Good morning. Good morning. Trying to get some music for us, but Alexa just doesn't cooperate anymore. Oh, dear. Okay, here we go. I think maybe. Nope. She says she's not happy. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Who's here? Prachetta, I see you. Auntie Jean, Annie 7, Kathy Hand, Kathleen, good morning. Sally De La Rosa. Yeah, it's not going to play the song. Okay, that's all right. We'll make our own music. Good morning, Jesse. Oh, I know I am frozen. Do you see my warm, fuzzy house coat? I just love this. I got this in Vermont, and I saw the message this morning that our blue Jean is a little under the weather. So we're all going to lift her up today and pray that she gets to feeling better for sure. So let's go into our hearts and do that. Let's do the heart brain. Call in somebody that you want to see in here this morning. Just send a message out. How about Stacy? Let's call in Stacy Small Lord. Today's the full moon and you're doing affirmations. I thought the full moon was yesterday. I don't know. I'm confused, but that's okay. Let's go into our hearts. Morning, Suzanne. So just breathe. Breathe into your heart center, opening it wide, saying, I love you to yourself, saying, I love you to your creator, however you envision that, and saying, I love you for a new day, a new opportunity, falling in love with life. That's what it's all about. And then just let your body relax and accept, align, allow that you are a spark of the divine. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are amazing. You are so beautiful. And you are so loved. Good morning, world. Good morning, peas. Must have been a gene thing because I feel great. And Sally says, you're okay, and Tony is not. She's on her way to get some blood work drawn, asking for major prayers for Tony. After several mess-ups with her insurance and her Humira medicines, it appears the Humira is no longer working for her, and she's back to almost square one again. Oh, I don't like hearing that, Sally. Please give Tony my love. And we are lifting her really, really high. Good morning, Danielle on YouTube. Happy to have you back with us. And Kathy, you had a headache around 4 a.m. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was the energy of the full moon. Yeah, I didn't get a headache. I was wide awake, but I didn't get a headache. Yes, we are sending love to our Tony. How's everybody else doing? Happy Saturday, Annie 7. Oh, Sally, I love that. I am a divine echo within this universe. Absolutely. Getting in touch with who we truly are. That's what it's all about. Knowing who we are, knowing this thing called love is inside of us. This abundance is inside of us. The health, wealth, everything is right inside. It's not on the outside. Danielle, you were sick all night with a headache and temperature. Now you're doing better. I'm so glad you're doing better. And look, I called Stacy in, and there she is. Good morning, sweet Stacy. All right. Well, let's just get rid of those headaches. Let's do those affirmations that say, I am healthy. I am healthy. Create this day the way you want it to be, and you get to be in charge. You have a blank slate with every given moment. We have a blank slate, and we can say, oh, I don't want to be sick. I don't want to feel bad. I want to feel great. I got to turn this light down a little bit. It was glaring at me. So yeah, when we decide that we're going to turn things around, there's no stopping us. We're divine. We are one with the creator. And the creator, my creator is not sick. My creator is healthy and glowing and beautiful. So let's all get on board with affirmations that really do affect our mental health, and that affects our physical health. Stacy, I am healthy, and we are going on an adventure today. Where are we going, Stacy? I want to go. And Kathy says, I have to go out on the deck and retrieve my crystals and my moon water. Yay. Julie Kiss, hi, sweetheart. And Prachetta says, thank you, universe, for the excellent health I am enjoying in 2023 and every day. Make that an everyday gratitude, Prachetta. And Danielle says, right, moving forward. Sally, major body aches this past week for both of us, feeling antsy, anxious, like a massive push forward is happening right now. Yeah, just get in touch with that. Go inside and breathe. Breathe into your heart center. Center and balance. That's what I keep hearing for all of us. Get very centered and very balanced. JoY Castrillo, good morning, sweetheart. Happy Saturday to you. And Stacy says, we're headed out to find a new lunch spot. We will drive and explore until we find it. I love that idea. I just love that. And sometimes you find it in the most obscure places. It's not going to be right in your face. You have to kind of dig for it, right? Go on an excavation journey. And Kathy Hand says, I am grateful and abundant. Amen, sister. Let's read that blog because it's about abundance. That's the name of it. And Sally says, I agree. And doing some Om. Do that. You want to do that? Let's center before we read the blog because the blog was very deep. It's about abundance. So let's do some Oms together. And I know, Prachetta, you'll be on board with that. So yeah, let's just do it. So take a breath in. Focus on your heart. Hi, Leo. Focus on your hearts. I'm drinking water right now, Danielle. That's my morning thing right now is water. All right, so breathe into your heart center. Get very very, very still in your heart. Om is the cosmic sound for God. You're calling out to God when you do Om. So let's do 3 of those. Om. 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 That feel good. Getting in touch with who we truly are. We are one. We are divine. And when our soul calls out to the Creator, we find it in here. We're not going to find it anywhere outside of ourselves. We can see sparks of it in nature. We can see it in each other. But to really connect in, you go inside, you go into your heart and do that. I really encourage all of us to do Oms every day. It will make a difference. When you start doing that and you start really feeling it inside of you, you're going to know that you are so connected in with your higher self. You're connected in with Creator. And Kathy says, Bob is on his way to pick up performance wheels for his favorite sports bike, the big blue Kawasaki. I love that. Jean says, I rather like that place we went by the water with all the dolphins playing. Wasn't that great? And Prachetta says, please kindly keep Goofy in your prayers. He's missing Prachir, and Prachir will come to pick Goofy up in 20 days. Oh, yeah, that's going to be tough for Goofy, but he's got you. He's got you, sweetheart. Just give him lots of love. Good morning, Deirdre. Sally says, I keep seeing a large ornate metal cross heavily decorated with turquoise stones and a delicate set of woman's hands. Oh, how beautiful. I love that vision. All right, so the blog is about abundance. So remembering, we just went into our heart, we just connected in with God, and that's what this is all about. The Psalms says, if I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. It's one of my favorite Psalms. A dear friend reminded me today that the creation, me, cannot be separated from the Creator, God, in my vocabulary. That's what I call the Creator. This was such an important reminder for me, and I totally resonate with it. I know there are many theories about how mankind came to be, and yes, I have studied them, and I still come back to my belief in a Creator. Each of us has to come to terms with our beliefs for ourselves. What is right for you is right for you, and it's none of my business. I have been connected with the angels ever since I can remember. And being a very curious person, I ask the questions that I want the answers to. The God of my understanding is a loving being, not a judge sitting on a throne, doling out punishment and favors. I feel that love surrounds me every day and all day, and it feels warm and inviting. In my conversations with God, I come to a more complete understanding of my life purpose, and part of that is being taken care of as I go along my journey. Thanks to my caring friend, Norman, I am remembering one of my favorite teachings as a child, which is that I am so taken care of and loved that God even knows how many hairs I have on my head. If that's the case, then surely he or she knows how much money I have in my bank account and how my bills how many bills that needs to cover. Dear angels, so many times we judge our abundance by what we can see and touch. How can we strengthen our faith and our knowingness that we are taken care of? Dear ones, as you look around you, search your heart to see how you feel about your abundance. Do you have shoes to put on your feet as you walk? There are some who do not. Do you have food in your refrigerator or on your shelves? Again, there are those who do not. Abundance, dear ones, comes down to perception. It requires you to examine how you think of your Creator. Do you see a loving, caring, benevolent being who meets your every need, or one who withholds necessities of life and punishes those who do not understand their abundance? Do you believe you are worthy to have your needs met and blessed to have your heart's desire? If your idea of abundance is constantly having more and better, then you will never understand your blessings. Finding gratitude and contentment with what you do have opens the door so you can see clearly that you are not separate from your Creator, and thus it is your birthright to have every need and wish fulfilled. Do you see, dear ones, that your abundance is on the inside? It has nothing to do with having worldly possessions, but everything to do with your knowingness of your worthiness. You believe that if you have things, you will be content. Thus, you strive to have more and then find you are still not content. Be filled with joy and happiness on the inside first, and then what comes to you will add to your happiness. That is the measure of true abundance. When you can see yourself as one with the Creator, you will then see yourself as truly abundant. Dear angels, today I promise to appreciate my abundance and remain secure in my knowingness that every need is met. Those angels really hit it, didn't they? That abundance is not an outside thing, it's an inside thing. I'm trying to get this on my phone so I can see who's here that's coming in. There we go. So, what do you think? That abundance, it's not what we think at all, is it? We're never going to be happy keeping amassing material things. We're just going to have more. And that more is not going to fulfill us until we accept that the real happiness, the real joy is on the inside. Kathy says, as for the abundance, now that we know and paid all the taxes due for the business, Bob paid himself and deposited in our checking account. The first thing we really need is a new vehicle. He's also going to look at and test drive one of our favorite SUVs, a Dodge Durango. Awesome. Lillian, good morning, sweetheart. Happy New Year to you as well. Ricky and Josie, good morning. And Stacy says, I do have shoes. I do have food. I have a roof and a warm bed and a family who loves me. Oh, Stacy, what abundance. Yeah, I'm grateful for my shoes. I'm grateful for the roof that I have over my head right now. And every place I go, wherever I'm at, I know I'm taken care of. And, you know, that conversation came up yesterday with my friend, and he just really brought me back to center and said, you know, abundance is inside. It's an inside job. And that's when I had that conversation with the angels last night. I'm like, I do know that. Sometimes we forget, don't we? Sometimes we look at the checkbook and it's like, oh, I only have that much money. Or, we think, oh, I've got to make it till the end of the month with the money that I have. I used to think that way. I really did. I used to say, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it to pay rent this month. It was always a stress to deal with having enough until I realized I am enough. I am worthy to have everything I need and then some. I'm worthy of having what my heart desires. Definitely an inside job. Okay, so Sally says, oh no, she drove over 20 miles away only to have their computer system go down and it cannot be done today. Oh, sweet one. Let's just lift her up and just go inside, do the centering, do the balancing, know that you're worthy, and just keep doing affirmations. The affirmations will help. Trust me. They will help bring you to a very centered place, Tony. Sending so much love. And Deirdre says, I believe I've always known that abundance is an inside job. Yeah, we have that knowingness inside. Sometimes we need a reminder. I needed that reminder yesterday because I was talking to my friend about the next step on the journey, not knowing where that's going to be, what that's going to look like. It's wintertime. I don't like traveling in the wintertime, but here I am. I'm only here until February, and it's still wintertime in February. It's not 90 degrees out here in the western part of the country. And so I don't know what it looks like. I'm facing the unknown, and I'm not scared, but I just don't know what it looks like, where I'm going to be staying, who I'm going to be with, if anyone, or if this is a time that I need to be by myself before that retreat in Sedona. So I don't know. And with those unknowns, to me, it's beautiful to have the unknowns. I know some people can't live that way. Some people have to have everything all planned out, and the day that we're going to do this and let's do that. But for me, I love flying by the seat of my pants, but I don't like not knowing what the weather is going to be like in the winter out here, and maybe being stuck somewhere with the snow and ice. So I'm so thankful that my friend was very familiar with the Course in Miracles and was able to bring me back to center with the fact that I'm okay. I'm okay. I am one with the Creator, and the Creator brought me this far and is not going to drop me now. So that's my attitude going forward. Okay, so Sally says that only creates a long-term decluttering session later in life. Okay, Joanne, I'm so sad. I just missed your reading of the blog. My phone rang, of course. I'll read it online. Please do, Joanne. Read the blog and let me know your thoughts on that. I'd love to talk to you a little bit today if you have time. Joanne's going to be at our retreat in Sedona, and she's got a real blessing for us when she comes in to be with all of us. Julie Kiss says, I'm so blessed in life. Thank you, God. I love this. Let's keep giving gratitude for our abundance and gratitude for blessings. Sally says, we've been working with word magic. It has been making a difference. Yeah, it sure does. Stacy says, Sally, I'd like to know more about that. Yeah, words are so important. Words create. Our thoughts create. In the past, I've said thoughts become things. And I do believe that we create with our thoughts and with our words. What I read just yesterday from A Course in Miracles Made Easy is our thoughts create experiences. So think about that. That's a different way of looking at it, because first it becomes a thought and then it becomes an action. So our thoughts become experiences. Suzanne, learning to embrace the unknown. Yes, ma'am. I've been embracing that unknown for over 2 years now, traveling around the country. Jean Lorio said, Jesus said, remember the sparrows. They do not toil or worry, but our Father in heaven takes care of them. I am truly abundant. I am a rather good sparrow. You know, Jean, I almost put that part in the blog because that was something that came up for me as well, is that, and I even looked up, oh, this was one of my curiosity things. You know, I love to learn. I really love to learn. And one of the things I'm curious about is how animals survive the cold. And especially our little bird, our little feathered friends. It's like, how do they even survive when the weather goes down to below zero? And I watch some of these birds out here. I see the geese sitting in the fields of snow. And I'm like, how do they survive that? Don't they just like freeze where they're at? I've always said, if I walk outside and it's -0, I'm going to freeze in place. So I did my research and it shared that no, they don't freeze. Even in like zero weather and under, the birds maintain their temperature, which is over 100 degrees. I'm like, I was totally blown away. I'm like, these little creatures, they're so resilient and they're able to survive in that kind of weather. Okay, I want to be strong. I want to be that with that knowingness that no, I'm not going to walk outside and freeze into a block of ice. I know that I'm taken care of. And yes, I'm going to use common sense. I'm going to be bundled, but knowing that I am taken care of is so huge, and that everything that I need is there. We live in an abundant universe. Good morning, Tammy Fisk. And Sally said, it's the element of surprise that is the true spice of life. Isn't that true? Oh, Sally, thank you for that. I remember when I found the Valley of Fire. Was it last year? Oh my gosh, now my years are running together. It was either last year, no, it must have been the first year I was on the journey in 2020. I found Valley of Fire in Nevada. It's right outside of Vegas. And what a pleasant surprise to go in there and find a place that is so serene that all you want to do is just be in that energy. You just want to sit in the nature of it. You just want to sit and know that you have found that garden where there's nothing but you and God, and just sit there and be. And yeah, it's the element of surprise. It was a surprise. It wasn't planned at all. Stacy says, Teri, I actually found out I have the course made easy on my Audible. I love that book. I am more and more, I can't put it down. Every day, I just want to know what this man has for us because he tells stories. It's a wonderful storyteller. So yeah, I just want to really immerse myself in the energy of the Course in Miracles every day. And that's a beautiful version of it. Also, I'm getting some of the Course in Miracles Sparkly Edition. So I will have some of those on hand. If anybody wants me to send you one, just please help me out with the shipping and I'll send you one. Jessie, good morning. Prochetta says, my heart is full of gratitude for the time I am spending with Goofy. I bet it is. Prochetta, how is Ruth doing? Ruth is doing good. Let's please remember her friend, my friend that I've known now for a couple of years, thanks to Ruth. Her name is Jean, and her husband Al made his transition yesterday. He left his physical body around 1:45, close to 2 o'clock yesterday. And he's now in spirit and he's making himself known. Ruth and I saw an angel in the sky yesterday, a cloud in the form of an angel. And we called it Al's angel because before he passed, as I was there with him in the hospital, I said, Al, just let us know. Just give us a sign that you're right there with us and waving to us from the beyond. And he did. And yes, we will chant for Tony. We're going to lift Tony up. Absolutely. And Sally says for Tony, when she experiences pain, we simply have her close her eyes, go within, and replace that pain with a happier, calming word. And it has been working. Do some anchoring, Sally. I have been teaching all my clients right now about anchoring. And it is one of the most powerful things you can do, especially with pain and with anything that triggers you. Anchoring is your best friend. So if you all don't know what that is and you want me to sit with you and teach it to you, just let me know. And I've also gone in and made sure that my calendar is up to date and that I have openings that are real openings and not things that I have going on online. So there's a link that you can come to and just book a session with me. So I'll share that with you all. Stacy says, God brought me to a place the other night and I said, okay, God, you need me here and I don't know why yet, but I trust you. So let the journey begin. And oh my God, it was an amazing experience. I bet it was. Sally, you have swans in the water. Those animals are so resilient, especially the birds. And I just love that I'm finding out that about them. What else we got? Kathy, grateful because of Bob's hard work and dedication. We'll be gaining the things we really need, like a new reliable vehicle, a new roof, a new paved driveway, and other home improvements. This will start us off on the path to selling this home and downsizing and moving south. Yay! We are grateful for what we have, for the abundance we have gained, and for a better life as we move towards our later years together. I love that for you, Kathy. That is such a beautiful testimony. Thank you. And Lillian said, I love the birds and I feed them every day. That makes me happy when they are near me. Me too. And I think Jean L'Oreal will also jump in there on that one. Jean feeds her birds every day. Kathy said, there's always a reason for how things happen. What is most beautiful about you and Tony is the way you carry, support, and love each other. You give such meaning to wedding vows through sickness and health. Yeah, you sure do. I love that as well. And Suzanne, you ordered the sparkly edition. Yeah, it was less expensive for me to get a case of them, which is 12, than it was to order 3. And I said, well, then send me the 12. So I should be getting those pretty soon, I hope. Stacy, yes. I'm going to start making a list of the people that want them. And then when they're gone, they're gone. But for right now, I'm keeping 1 for myself and I'll have 11 to give away. Julie says, Teri, I want to be more like you and that you trust you are where you're supposed to be at all times. I do. I have been a planner my whole life. Now it runs into big problems when others in the world have turned all my plans upside down, inside out. I'll be working on it for sure. Julie, you might want to come to that vision board that we're doing. It's a spiritual vision board. Spirit Quest, not about material things. It's about things like this. How do we become more of what we want to be inside? How do we want our spirit to grow and to have everything that we need in life? Auntie Jean says, when I go out in the morning to feed the birds, they all look so chubby to me. I even thought I might be feeding them too much. Then they told me that they puffed themselves up with air in between their feathers to insulate themselves from the cold. That was exactly what I read last night, Jean. It was explaining how they do that, how their feathers act as an insulator and it keeps their body heat in. It's kind of like the mylar, Kathleen Caputo gifted me with some mylar blankets last year when I got caught in the blizzard. And I have those with me at all times. And it works the same way. It keeps your body heat inside so that you don't feel the freezing cold. So yeah, I guess I could go out into the zero weather and -0 and have that mylar on and keep my body heat. Great idea. Okay, Kathy Han says, I'm thinking about getting the Course in Miracles made easy too. I figure I really seem to benefit from my group sessions and hearing different views of the lessons. I love how we're doing that, Kathy. It's benefiting me, and everybody seems to be responding to the fact that, yeah, we get different thoughts, we get different perceptions. So yeah, it's a great book. And Sally says, we are truly twin flames that were lucky enough to come together in this lifetime. Yeah, you sure are. I just love the two of you together. Suzanne says, I like the different views too. It makes a difference. We don't just have one thing that we're reading. We have different ideas on it, different stories to tell, humor that Pam Grout brings into it. I just love doing this with you all every night. Stacy, we meet every night at 8:00. You can come onto the Zoom or you can watch it online. And there's a group called Lessons in Miracles. And we encourage you all to come into the group because we stream it live in there. So if you can't find it, it's really easy to find in that group because every night we're live for half an hour. That's all, just half an hour. And it makes such a difference. I've noticed a big difference, and I've studied the Course for 35 years, and I've noticed a big difference in how it's affecting my life. Just doing it again, starting over fresh and new, and doing it from the beginning. And Kathy says, it is true. I love the little chickadees we have here in Maryland, little puffballs. They are, aren't they? I love seeing them. The ones here in Colorado too. They look so cute when they're all puffed up. And Suzanne says, at the end, we can write our own collaboration on A Course in Miracles. Why not? I love that idea, Suzanne. I just love it. And I want you all to know I am committing to getting all the blogs into a book. The blogs from 2022 will be their own book. And I'm not sure what it's going to be called. Conversations with Animals, Conversations with Angels, Angel Advice. I don't know. If y'all have a thought on that, let me know what you think would be a good title for the book. It's going to be just the blogs, maybe some illustrations, and I don't know, maybe a testimony about what they mean to me and how that came to be, that I even wrote a blog a day for a whole year and still going. But it will be in book form. It won't be in the dates, like every day there was a blog, but I want it to be a book where you can just open it and there's a message for you. It doesn't have to be a date on the calendar, but all the blogs will be in there. Okay, so let's do our prayers. Let's remember, as I said, beautiful Jeannie, now figuring out how she does this on her own. She's in her 80s, but she's very resilient and she's stronger than she thinks she is. I know this. And Ruth was with her last night. And I know that her friends are all helping her to come to a good place of acceptance that now she can move forward. She was, for the last 2 months, watching Al decline. And so now she's not
she's not waiting anymore, and she's not watching him suffer anymore. And so she's coming to a good place with his passing. And I would ask that you remember my family today. Today is the 20th anniversary of my mom's passing, going into spirit. And just remember, our family is sometimes, it can be a little tender on the anniversary date. We can remember that we've been missing her for that many years, and she's still such a huge presence in all of our lives. So there's a lot of anniversaries around this time of year, isn't there? A lot of people leaving their physical bodies. Thank you, Deirdre, for your prayers. Prayers for all humans, Gaia, and world peace, and attention to human trafficking, and for Jeannie. Thank you. And Stacy says, A Course in Angels, what they have taught me along the way. Oh, I love that. I love that. I'm going to write that down after we get off the air. Prachetta says, prayer time, special prayers for my dearest, beautiful fairy Teri ma'am. Thanks for being there, ma'am, for me and Prachir. Prayers of healing for Tony, lots of love. Prayers for my biological family, my favorite Angelic River family. Thanks so much, family, for all your prayers and love. We love you, Prachetta. And Stacy says prayers for all. Hello, Bernadette. Thank you for being with us. And thank you, Deirdre, for remembering my family in prayer. Kathy Hand says, actually, that might be helpful to me as I learn how to write my own book. I would love to collaborate with others and learn how a book comes into production and publishing. Awesome. I know you've been wanting to do that, Kathy. Let's just do it. Let's do it. And Kathleen, good morning. Kathleen says, certainly, Teri, tomorrow is the 23rd anniversary of my mom's passing. Look at that, very close together. And Sally says, February 12th through 20th is hard for me to go through. So yeah, this is a time when we have tender hearts, and let's just lift each other up during that time and remember that those who are in their spirit form never leave us. They're in another room and they're not unreachable at all. We just walk through that door and say hello. That's all we have to do. Janet, hi, darling. Good afternoon to you. And Kathy says, we could call it Lessons in Miracles by the Angelic River family. I love that too. All right, Lillian says, prayers for my mom that's not better in her sores. Prayers for my son and daughter and grandson, myself, for all of you here and your families, for all humans, children and animals, and peace on earth. Special prayers for you, my son, that you are safe and healthy on your travels. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Kathy, for your prayers for my family. And Sally says, Teri, I wanted to tell you, we just found out that my 7-year-old granddaughter is very gifted. She passes messages from her grandmother and grandfather to their son, her father. That is so beautiful. I love that. And 7 years old, she's so still in touch with her spirit being. And keep encouraging that. That's so beautiful. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Remembering our magnificence. That's where we're at right now. We're here together as one. We are connected in with the creator of all that is. We are abundant. Let's really feel that today. Feel your abundance today. So take a breath into your heart. Connect in with the breath. And tell yourself, I am abundant. I am a spark of the divine. I am a part of all of creation. And there is no lack. I am only abundant. All my needs are met. I am worthy. I am enough just as I am. hold all of that energy in your heart and love on it. Love is the only thing that's real. Anytime you go out of your heart, you start feeling the lack. You start feeling something's missing. Stay in your heart center. In there, you know what's real. You know the truth in the words that you are abundant, that you are loved, that you are enough. Let's breathe it in again, breathing in the love and the light from the divine. Let it really touch your heart center. Let it bring that truth to you. And give gratitude. Say thank you. Thank you, thank you, I love you. And now breathe that out into the world. Breathe it out first to you. Cover yourself totally with that love. With your breath, see it swirling all around you, lifting you, guiding you. And then breathe it into your home. Next, into your community, into your neighborhood. And then into your state, your nation, your continent, the waterways that connect everything together. Let's breathe it down into Mother Gaia. And let's give gratitude and honor to the Creator today. Just say thank you. Thank you, I love you. And feel that Holy Spirit inside of you stirring. Feel that spirit energy telling you yes, whatever your heart desires, yes, you are enough. Yes, you are worthy. Yes, abundance is yours for the asking. Let's send an abundance of love over our prayer requests. Everyone that needs lifting today, just say your yes over them. Yes, you are healthy. Yes, you are abundant in health and wealth, in love. Love is the energy that heals. So spread that love everywhere. Lift each other up with love. And that's what we do every day. And we smile while we're doing it because Spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. So smile, breathe, send out the love to each other. On 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you so very much. You are incredible. You're magnificent, and you are so beautiful. Hold on to the love. Hold on to who you truly are. You are abundant. Let's see if we can play Leo. Leo, I hope you're still here. Let's get some music up in here. We couldn't play the morning song, but can we play our Leos? I think we can. Here we go, here we go.
Good morning, Earthlings! It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on! Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peace for peace, on a mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Waiting on the guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy, a very day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, a very day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of
Oh, Billy, I love you.
full of joy. Give me a cup full of full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today is a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot to get the day started. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy.
Whoops. Woo, sorry, Leo. I almost cut you off there. Oh, thank you for the update, Kathy, on little Doobie and Leo. Let's just lift that little sunshine up high, that there's no damage, no permanent damage to his eyes. And thank you for taking such good care of that little one. He is precious. All right, y'all. I love you so much. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. And I will see you later. Some of you will see at 8 o'clock tonight for a Course in Miracles discussion. Bye, everyone. Namaste, y'all.